What is going on, everybody? I go by the name of Curry, and I want to thank you guys for joining me here today on SneakerPhetish. All right, guys, today we got the old school Air Jordan box. We're taking a look at a sneaker that's due to come out really soon, but possibly pays homage to a really dope player edition back from 2011. Without further ado, let's take a look. Boom. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Air Jordan 13 Lucky Green. First impressions of the shoe, very clean, very nice. Of course, it's giving us the vibes of the player edition that, of course, we're going to talk about in just a second. But I just think it's funny. Can I just say for a minute, I think it's really funny that they call this the Lucky Green. Like, how blatantly obvious can you get that this sneaker is modeled after another sneaker? I don't know what the laws are at Jordan Brand when it comes to IP, intellectual property, and player editions and stuff like that, but the Lucky Green. Anyway, let's take a look at the shoe. All right, starting with the upper of the shoe, it's a regular Air Jordan 13. It's nothing different about the silhouette, nothing deconstructed, nothing different about the sneaker in and of itself. One of my more favorite models of Air Jordans. I really like the 13. Very comfortable model here, and they did a good job on the materials here. They're very solid. You got the really nice tumbled leather here on the lateral and medial side, going throughout the quarter panels, going down towards the back of the shoe, towards the heel. You got the classic Air Jordan 13 hologram. Nothing different there. I've loved it since the first day I laid eyes on it. Now, of course, the thing that's smacking you in the face is all of this green. The Lucky Green color blocking on this sneaker is very pronounced here. Starting at the top of the shoe by the collar, moving down to the back of the shoe by the heel, and of course on the lower part of the quarter panels and even on the midsole as well. Taking a top-down look at the sneaker here, you get white laces, nothing different there. But on the tongue, you'll notice that you also get that Lucky Green stitched Jumpman as well. Of course, on the little Jordan tag here and on the 13 on the back of the tag, that Jordan and the 13 is also in Lucky Green. And looking at the outsole of the sneaker, really nice mixing of the black and the green, giving me Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle vibes for the outsole. I love the cat eye down here in the midfoot, kind of going towards the heel. This green is really nice. I like the way that looks. And last but not least, Lucky Green insole with that standard black Jumpman on the heel. And that's it. That is literally it. You get a pretty basic Air Jordan 13 with very basic color blocking, a decent looking green color, and no extra laces for $190 before tax and before shipping if you're ordering online. That's it. Now, here's the deal about this shoe. Obviously, this sneaker's color blocking looks exactly like the Ray Allen Air Jordan 13. The only difference is that the pods down here on the outsole are black. On the player edition, they are white. And on the inner lining of the sneaker here, this is all black. And on the player edition, it was also white. Now, if you're a basketball nerd, then we all know that that sneaker was made special for Ray Allen to celebrate him breaking Reggie Miller's three-point record on February 10, 2011. He hit 2,561 three-point shots, putting him over Reggie Miller, and of course the sneaker that they made solidified that moment. Now, fast forward to 2020 and we have the Lucky Green Air Jordan 13 with black instead of where the white would go. Now again, I find that interesting because he was playing on the Celtics, which of course coincides with that whole lucky theming here for the Lucky Green. The shade of green on these is a little bit lighter, so I will give Jordan Brand that. I think it was a little bit darker maybe on the player edition, correct me if I'm wrong. But again, for $200, it sure does beat paying $3,000 to $4,000 if you can get your hands on the player edition. But that all goes to show. Remember, I told you guys that people at Nike are keeping their eyes on StockX as well, right? The sneaker resale industry is worth over $2 billion and it's climbing. So if you don't think that people at places like Jordan Brand are paying attention to that and bringing certain models back to life that have that kind of demand on it, think again, because it's happening. And we've seen it happen with the Oregon 5s, the North Carolina 5s, the Michigan 5s, so on and so on and so on. Now, this sneaker in particular, I'm calling it a quarantine special. The reason why I'm calling it a quarantine special is because I feel like if we weren't in quarantine and the resellers weren't spending their money holding all of their sneakers the way that they are right now, this one would probably sit on shelves. It's just not that exciting of a sneaker once you get it in hand. The materials are standard. The color blocking is cool and it reminds you of the Ray Allen PE, but let's be honest, how many of us were actually going to wear a green sneaker like that? I think most people probably wanted to have that sneaker in their collection, which is one thing, but you're not going to see that many people wearing a white, black, and green sneaker just for no reason. And again, when you're spending $200 a pop on a sneaker, if you're really wearing your sneakers, That's a lot of bread to put down on a shoe that you may pick up maybe once a year, maybe once every 6 months or something like that. But this isn't going to be your everyday beater here. This is going to be one that you pull out with maybe a Celtics jersey, an away jersey, something like that. But you're not going to pull this out very often. I did a little copper drop poll on these on Instagram just to see how people were interested in them. If you don't follow me on Instagram, make sure you follow me there because I'm actually going to start doing some giveaways on the Instagram channel as well. But the sad thing about it is that a lot of people said drop, that they actually were not interested in copying this sneaker. And I'm not really mad at it. It's probably because people just don't find it as exciting as so many other sneakers that are coming out these days. So they're trying to get their hands on other stuff and letting stuff like this kind of go by the wayside. But for the people that are not interested in buying the sneaker, we're at a time right now where a lot of resellers are unfortunately still buying up all the product and holding on to it until SneakerCon and other sneaker things open up so that they can charge top dollar for it. So you will probably still see the sneaker sell out, and you may see it sell out pretty quickly, but that doesn't necessarily mean that there's a ton of demand on the sneaker. It's just the weird times that we're in right now, being in the middle of the resale boom. If you want my personal opinion, they're okay. Do I think that they're worth $190? 160 possibly. Now, I paid the price for these. It is what it is. Actually, I paid over retail price so that I could show them to you guys, but it's a little bit different because I'm on this forum. So of course I wanted to show them to you guys, and I'm not mad at the purchase that I made. I just wouldn't be mad if I saw them on sale either. I could go either way on this one, honestly. Overall, it's a good looking shoe. It's an Air Jordan 13. You can't really mess it up. And because again, I love Ray Allen and his career and all the amazing things that he's done, I'm not mad at the homage that's being paid to the Ray Allen PE. I have never had my hands on the real PE, so this is probably going to be about as close as I can get. But that's just one man's opinion. Now I want to know what your opinion on these is. Sound off down below. Let me know what you guys think about the Air Jordan 13 Lucky Green. Are these ones that you guys are going to be trying to add to your collection, or are these going to be a super hard pass for you? Let me know. Of course, right down in the comments, make sure that you click on that subscribe button so we can welcome you into the Sneaker Fetish family to make sure you don't miss out on any more heat that comes through like these, because I guarantee you I got a lot more heat on the way. As always, I want to thank you guys for joining me here today on Sneaker Fetish, taking a look at these with me, unboxing them with me for a couple of minutes. I go by the name of Kari. This is the Air Jordan 13 Lucky Green, and until next time, I'm out.